Well, one of the topics that we've discussed before, and I thought it would be great to get an update, is what's happening in Antarctica. In the past, we have talked about the evacuation of the Dark Fleet and the handover of some of the facilities down there to the Chinese and the Turks, who are establishing a presence. And we have a source in Antarctica who has confirmed the information that you gave, which was really amazing, that we have that real life on the ground confirmation that there was something to this, that the Dark Fleet was indeed evacuating Antarctica, just as you said, with many Germans leaving Antarctica in the middle of winter, heading for South America. And so that was very interesting. So do you have any kind of updates on that?
Well, the last updates I had is that there's a portal at the South Pole. But by this portal left all the reptilians and the high-rank officers from the Dark Fleet. All the workers left, as we know, by boat. This portal was a big prize to get for everyone. They all wanted it. All the governments knew that there was a portal in Antarctica, but it was held by the Dark Fleet. Since the Dark Fleet had gone, everybody just rushed to take it, because this portal was an access to other worlds. And you like to own an interdimensional portal anyway. Mm-hmm. So, but then I got this intel that the Earth Alliance, who were the one who kicked the Dark Fleet out of Antarctica, had found this portal and had secured it and deactivated it. They deactivated it. That happened in the 2 weeks maybe after Antarctica was freed from the Dark Fleet. So this portal is closed. The thing is, regarding to portals, that's very interesting, because there are portals anywhere. You can create portals when you have the technology. But when you have the technology, you can create a portal that will be temporary and quite small. But there are bigger portals who are kind of natural wormholes that can be either found because in nature there are some, or either created with a really bigger technology and maintained. These portals, either the natural ones or either the ones who are created, they are everywhere. So it would be a bit of a nightmare to try to find them all, to just lock them up, all of them. That's quasi impossible. So what the Galactic Federation has been working on for a while is to find the frequency key that activates and closes these portals. So in May 2021, I had this sudden connection with Thorhan, who is my contact in the Galactic Federation of Worlds. They were on a ship in the orbit of Jupiter, well, out of Jupiter, like very high orbit. And there was a portal there. And it was the first time in my life I could see this through Thorhan's eyes, because when we are in telepathic contact, I can see what he sees. And he looked at the screen, and I could see floating in space. It was like in Stargate movies, exactly the same, like a circle. The edges were a bit blurry and wavy, and inside there was a liquid, kind of bit still, but you could see it was a liquid. There was a little bit of waving on it. It was dark blue, a little bit purple. And he said that this portal is locked to Aldebaran, and they're trying to find the frequency key to shut it down. And they are studying it, trying to find the frequency key, which they found recently. So when I had a chat shortly after that with Tony Rodriguez, I didn't tell him about the portal first, and he said he was telling me his memories privately, and he said, "Oh yes, and there was this portal between Jupiter and Saturn that we used to go through with the Dark Fleet to go to other places." And I went, "What?" I heard other people as well talking about this portal. So this one is closed. That's what they tried to do, to find the frequency key, to just broadcast it and just shut the portals. That's what I've been told.
So the portal in Antarctica that the Dark Fleet and the reptilians used to escape the Galactic Federation and the Earth Alliance, where did that portal take them to? Did that take them to Aldebaran? Did it take them somewhere else?
I know about Aldebaran as well, but because it was locked, you can lock a portal on a certain frequency, but you can also modify the frequency to go to another destination. But this one was also locked on Aldebaran.
Mm-hmm. Well, Antarctica is a really big place. I mean, bigger than, I think double the size of Europe and almost double the size of the United States. So it's a big, big place. So, is it possible that, that the Draconians and the Dark Fleet might still have outposts in different places in Antarctica? They're hiding or did most of them leave with what you saw and what Thorhan reported?
Well, of what I have understood, there is none left.
Mm-hmm.
If there are at least no humans, Dark Fleet personnel, if there are some entities left, it may be maybe reptilians who decide to stay in the ground. Mm-hmm. But all human personnel have left. I haven't been told that there were some Dark Fleet personnel, even reptilian, left. Maybe, but if there are, I haven't been told. So I wouldn't say there are some left.
But that was one of the things that you heard, was that as they were leaving, that there was a handover to China and to Turkey, that the Chinese and the Turks were allowed to come in and take over these Dark Fleet facilities.
Yes, because it created a vacuum. Mm-hmm. And the technology that was underneath and the resources as well. There's a lot of natural resources underneath Antarctica, and there is a lot of underground caverns which are very warm because there's kind of volcanic activity. It's mm-hmm. very warm under there, and there's a lot of things going on. Well, mm-hmm. were going on.
One of the things that I remember about interviewing others about Antarctica and the facilities down there was that the Dark Fleet worked very closely with something called the Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate. Others have talked about a consortium of corporations. So that would be very interesting. If the Dark Fleet were leaving, why would they have handed over to the Chinese and the Turks rather than to this kind of interplanetary corporate conglomerate, or what? Yeah, maybe if you can cast light on that process.
Because I believe it's because the interplanetary corporate conglomerate is taking a hit as well, because for two reasons. They are strongly based on Mars, and Mars is being really hammered at the moment by the Federation and the Martian resistance. And that's one. And it's going very well for the good ones. And second, we may talk about these agreements on Jupiter to prepare the future mm-hmm. of the star system, in which the ICC, Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, has no place in it.
Interesting.
So that would be maybe why they weren't really in a good place in Antarctica when everything happened. Now I do not have the knowledge of all the little details of which corporations and who are they. I think others have better intel on this topic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Well, that's certainly a fascinating topic, and we are going to come back to Jupiter and the different groups that were part of those